Many teenagers go through a period of uncertainty when they don't know what they really want to do in life. This is absolutely normal, and you're not the only one like this. It is important to understand that during this period you are not obligated to follow other people's expectations or the paths that others follow. Every person is unique, and finding your way is a process. The path to finding yourself begins with discovering your true interests. It can be absolutely anything: sports, art, science, entrepreneurship. It's important to give yourself permission to explore different areas and try new things. Don't limit yourself, because it's through a variety of experiences that you can find something that lights a fire. If you like to draw, try to draw more. If you are interested in sports, become a part of a sports team. You can try to learn something new like programming or dancing. Don't be afraid to try new activities and hobbies. The more you explore, the faster you'll understand what you're really interested in and where you can unleash your abilities. And don't worry if you don't like something. It's also part of the process. Every experience helps you better understand who you are and what suits you. Don't forget that your real interests may not always be obvious from the start. Therefore, it is important to be open to new opportunities and experiments. Communicate with people who share your interests and hobbies. This will help you learn more about what you like, as well as find like-minded people who will support you on your search path. Be ready to discover new horizons for yourself, and never limit yourself in your search. Even if it seems to you that you haven't found your way yet, don't worry, it's okay. It is important to remember that finding your interests is a process, not an end goal. Strive to enjoy this process, because it is through experimentation that you find your true passion. By finding your true interests and hobbies, you discover opportunities for growth and development. Perhaps it is through these hobbies that you will discover your strengths, that they will be useful not only in their personal lives, but also in their future careers. What you like can become your long-term business, which will bring joy and success. And even if your interests change over time, that's okay. It is important to be open and ready to adapt, because life always offers new opportunities for self-development. Finding your true interests is not only about what to do in the future, but also about being honest with yourself and following your inner voice. Don't be shy about being yourself, and strive for what makes you passionate. When you follow your hobbies, you become more confident and happier. And remember that the most important thing is not what others expect from you, but what you want to do and what brings you pleasure. Understanding your strengths and weaknesses. When you start looking for your way, it's important to be honest with yourself. One of the first steps is to realize what you are good at and what needs to be improved. This does not mean that you have to be good at everything, but rather that it is important to understand where you have potential and where there are areas for growth. Understanding your strength helps you focus. Focus on what makes it easier for you and where you can do your best. But it's also important to be aware of your weaknesses. This does not mean that you need to focus only on them, but it's important to honestly admit where there are difficulties. Many people try to avoid their weaknesses, hide them, or ignore them, but actually, it's working on these aspects that will help you become stronger. You don't have to be perfect at everything, but it's important to strive for self-improvement. Understanding your weaknesses is not a reason for disappointment, but an opportunity for growth. Every step towards improvement. Your weaknesses are a contribution to your development. If you're honest with yourself and admit that there are areas where you need to work, you can develop them. It will make you a stronger and more confident person. Accepting yourself with all the pros and cons is a key part of this process. When you accept yourself for who you are, you're relieved of the pressure of being perfect. It helps you focus your efforts on development. rather than dwelling on failures or mistakes. Failures are not the end of the road, but part of the process. It is through mistakes that we learn, become better, and move forward. Understanding your strengths and weaknesses allows you to approach your life and your goals more consciously. You start to see where you can put more effort and how to use your strengths to succeed. This process of self-discovery helps you become more confident because you understand that your shortcomings are not obstacles but opportunities for growth. And when you work on yourself, develop your weaknesses, you become more mature and strong. Finding a balance between self-acceptance and striving for self-improvement is an important moment on the path to personal growth. That doesn't mean you have to always be perfect, but it's important to strive to improve while respecting yourself for where you are right now. Understanding your strengths and weaknesses is a powerful tool on the path to success. This process of self-discovery will help you throughout your life. Every success requires mistakes. It's a natural part of the path to something big and meaningful. You can't find your way unless you're willing to try, make mistakes, and try again. Failures are not the end of the road, but part of the process of growth and self-development. Every time you encounter failure, you gain valuable experience that helps you become a better person. Failures give you the opportunity to learn something important. Sometimes we perceive mistakes as something negative, but in fact they open up new perspectives for us. Every bad experience is a lesson that helps you understand what works and what doesn't. The more you try and make mistakes, the more you learn and develop. When you encounter obstacles, it is important not to give up, but to look for solutions. In moments of failure, many may feel disappointed, but it is at this moment that there is a chance to find a way out. Problems and difficulties are challenges that help you grow. You won't know what works until you try several options. Sometimes the solution comes only after several attempts. Remember that every mistake is a step towards your success. These are not just words, but the real truth. Great achievements and successes don't happen instantly. To achieve something meaningful, you need to go through several failures that help you grow as a person. Mistakes teach us important lessons: patience, perseverance, and a willingness to improve ourselves. Failures teach us an important skill: not to give up and keep moving forward. Feel free to face challenges and don't be afraid of mistakes. Remember that success comes through a lot of failures. It's mistakes that make you strong. Every time you encounter difficulties and mistakes, you become more confident because you know that it is important to learn from them on the way to success. Failures are not the end, but the beginning of a new stage, and with every step you take, you're getting closer to your goals. You can find your way only when you have a clear direction. It's like a map that helps you stay on track and move forward with confidence. To move towards success, you need to set goals for yourself, both big and small. Understanding what you want to achieve is not just a dream, but the foundation of success. Step-by-step planning helps you stay focused and move in the right direction. This allows you to break down a long path into small, achievable steps. Every action brings you closer to your goal. When you set yourself specific goals, you can monitor your progress and see that you are moving in the right direction. This creates a sense of success that motivates you to continue. When you have a clear plan, it will be easier for you to make decisions and go towards your goals, even when it will be difficult. The plan gives you confidence and helps you stay focused. Difficulties and obstacles are a natural part of the journey, but having a plan, you will always know what to do next. The main thing is to keep moving forward. The most important thing is to act, even small steps, but each of them brings you closer to your great success. This does not mean that success comes instantly, but if you constantly take steps forward, sooner or later you will achieve your goal. It is important to remember that success is the result of consistent actions. Don't be afraid to set ambitious goals, but don't forget that the path to them requires patience and perseverance. You may encounter setbacks, but they are part of the journey. The main thing is to keep moving forward. Gradually, you will see how your small steps turn into big achievements, and you will achieve what you strive for. Conclusion: finding your way is a process that requires time, effort, and courage. Finding your way is not an instant achievement, but a long process that requires time, effort, and courage. It won't always be easy, but through difficulties you will grow and develop. The most important thing is not to give up, even when the path seems difficult. First of all, it is important to believe in yourself. If you believe in your strengths and abilities, you will be able to overcome all difficulties. This process requires constant searching. You will try different things, face setbacks, and perhaps lose confidence, but each step brings you closer to your goal. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are not the end, but part of the path. Every failure gives you an opportunity to learn and become stronger. It's through mistakes that you find out what works for you. The path to self-love begins with understanding what you like, what inspires you, and not being afraid to follow those interests. It may be difficult to figure out where you belong at first, but remember that there are no right or wrong ways. There is only your way, and you decide for yourself what it will be. And even if he's different from the others, that's okay. It is important not to succumb to the pressure of others, but to go in the direction that brings you joy and satisfaction. When you work on your interests, you begin to develop your strength. Your hobbies and aspiration can become your great achievements in the future. This path will shape your future. Don't forget that success comes through perseverance. Perseverance and a desire to develop. Start today and don't put off your dreams for later. You can do a lot if you go your own way despite obstacles and difficulties. When you believe in yourself, you open up incredible possibilities. Believe in your strengths, your dreams, and you will see your goals become reality. You're capable of a lot. Every day is a step towards your success. Even if the path is difficult, remember that every obstacle you overcome only makes you stronger. You are able to go through everything that comes your way and come out victorious.